will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. Oh, he's got some space. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Benson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Army's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard runners.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping to go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Great place to start for this offense. Got his man quickly. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Using his legs, it's Dawson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll go right back to it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll envision the ball flight as he lines it up from the right hash and 38 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in and getting in there quickly.
Looking for a deep man. Snatches it on the right. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. The Black Knights of the Hudson using surgical precision in this quarterback run game.
Yeah, and you're not talking about surgical precision in the passing game. That's not what Army does. They want to run the football. When you sign up as a QB to play at Army, you know that. You better be able to do it, and you could see the run there.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the option. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Pressure coming. He's dropped on the sack, and now the hill gets even steeper.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. Got his man downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. The short hands, it's Richardson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. Just keeps slinging it. Buys a little time with his feet. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He wants to change this route. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. It's complete. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Big fella moving. Needed one more turn of the legs to get it in there, and he's denied just inches away from the touchdown. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. Into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Corralled by the kicking team.
Man, this kickoff coverage team, they just get to the ball carrier. They are flying around. They're beating their blocks. And the ability to create a turnover on a special teams play like this,
bowls his way into the end zone for a touchdown. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
it didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Handoff to the single back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the Black Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Black Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. Zings it complete to the right. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Well, This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job.
And it's in there for a touchdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
He'll bring it out. It's Benson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Howard. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Black Knights can really attack on this second and short. Pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. On target. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. The Black Knights getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got some room to run.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Looking down the left side. Pulls it in inside the 10. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Thanks to grab. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This defense didn't hang its head. They've stood tall after the big play. 3rd and goal coming. Might be changing the route. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Snatched it right out of the air and waltzed his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Coming out with it, it's Benson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, thanks, guys. And through 2 quarters of ball, it looks like we're in for another fun one here today. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. We're just about ready to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point, offense.
Turning it on. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Black Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. On the option. He'll toss it. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on 3rd down. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. On the move, it's Dawson. Oh, he's got a chance. And they got the defense on that one, and they get into the 29-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
To the ground, he's got it again. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Headed to the end zone. And he barrels into the end zone for a touchdown.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Gets the back moving. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. Takes the handoff. It's Dawson. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the option. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The Black Knights line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Here's the give off the left side. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. There he goes. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening. With the run on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. He's going for the goal line. Sprints into the end zone for a touchdown. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there. It'll be 3rd and long. He'll ride his man on the option. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Black Knights will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Now this offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the back, fighting off the defender.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock.
Breaks into the open. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the fourth quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Off the play fake. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Hit as he throws. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The offense knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Ready? Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
He'll bring it out. It's Benson. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The give to the tailback. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found...
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week at practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on first down from the 30. They'll ride the hot hand. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Takes a hit as he fires. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And he makes the grab at the 20. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.